Come and be in the kitchen, mixing love in the bowl, spicing up with tradition, feel the warmth.
Today it's pineapple upside down cake. Before we get started, like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so every time I'm in the kitchen, you get a notification. All right, pineapple upside down cake, here we go.
Mixing love in the bowl, spice it up with tradition, feel the warmth in your soul.
To start, we're going to preheat our oven to 350. We're going to start out with our baking dish, making sure that it is ready and prepared so that when we're getting ready to put our ingredients into our dish, it is already done. So I have the 8x8 baking dish. You can decide to use a bundt cake pan if you like. I decided not to use that because I think it looks very, very pretty and festive when it comes out of a baking dish like this, and I'll show you why. So I'm gonna use the butter flavored cooking spray that I told you that I really like to use when I am baking. And it doesn't matter the brand, it's just as long as you have the butter flavor. Now, once you have this already greased, what you do is you pour in your melted butter. So I have my melted butter here. One stick gives you about a half a cup of butter. So I've greased everything in the pan. I'll now pour the melted butter inside. The next step is to use your brown sugar. Now you need about a half a cup of brown sugar. So it doesn't have to be packed, just a half a cup. So what you do is you put the brown sugar over the butter. So you spread it around. You mix it up and you spread it around. You try not to touch the sides and the bottom too much because you want to make sure that your dish comes out of your actual cake comes out of your dish after it's done. So you don't really want to scrape the sides, but you want to get that brown sugar packed down in there really good. This is going to be the top of your cake. So now that I have my brown sugar in here, I'm going to use my pineapples. So here's my pineapples. It's just the pineapple slices. You need the whole rings. I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to use my dish. So what we're going to do is we're going to preserve the juice that we get from the pineapples. You're not going to throw it away or pour it down the sink. So here we are. We're going to just pour this juice right into a cup because we need this juice at the end. All right. And you want to make sure that you get all the juice because you are going to use this juice. All right. So now I'm going to take my pineapple rings out of the can so that I'll be able to work with them. So I'll just put them into this dish over on the side. And some people, they cut up their pineapples. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you the way that I do it. So I use the whole rings and I just place them into my baking dish. Just like this. And then I'm going to cut the other pineapple so that I can place them around inside of the baking dish. So I'm just going to cut them in half. Just like such. All right. And I do this so that I will have half rings. So I'll put the half rings right around the sides of my dish. Just like such. And like I said, some people may choose to use a bundt pan, but I am choosing to use this type of dish because it makes a whole cake. It's just what I have on hand anyway. So I'm going to continue cutting and placing pineapple at the bottom because like I said, this is going to be the top of the cake. So you want it to look very festive and really nice. So I'm just going to place the pineapple that I'm cutting in random spots that do not have pineapple. All right, I'm gonna use this last one. I'm gonna find space for it. No need in wasting anything. And you can never have too much pineapple in a pineapple dish. So, here we are. And this is how it looks once all the pineapples are placed. Beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna add the cherries to our dish. So I'm gonna remove them from the container and I'm gonna put them in a bowl so that I can work with them. And I'm gonna place my cherries into random spots. So you just get a whole cherry and you just place them. And I'm just gonna show you how I place my cherries. And you can make up how you wanna put your cherries into your dish, because it really doesn't matter. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I have that red everywhere because people really like that look, that cherry look. And I'm gonna press it down. And I'm gonna get one more cherry just because I have 3 at the top. I wanna have 3 at the bottom. All right, so we have our cherries placed. Now we're gonna go ahead and prepare our cake. So I like to use the French vanilla cake mix to use for our pineapple upside down cake. I don't use pineapple cake mix at all. I also use the French vanilla jello, just the instant jello pudding. Okay, I've added both of my ingredients to my bowl here. And we're gonna add a 1/3 cup of milk. We are going to add the pineapple juice that we reserved from those pineapples. Add a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. You can use canola, I choose vegetable. And as I've told you before, I like to crack my eggs into a separate container because eggshells do get away just like that one did. So I like to crack my eggs into a separate container before putting it into my mixture. So I've cracked 4 eggs. And I'm going to add this to my cake mixture. Now I'm going to whisk all of my ingredients together. And just to make sure that we have a very, very, very good mix of all of the ingredients, because you don't want to leave any at the bottom, so you scrape the sides. Let's pour our ingredients into our baking dish. Yes, ma'am. I can't wait to see the finished product. I'm so excited about this cake. I love pineapple upside down cake. And you just kind of smooth it over a little bit. Now we're gonna set our oven time to about 45 minutes. Fresh pineapple in the summertime is one of my favorite desserts. Let's see if this one is sweet. I am not a pineapple cutting expert, but we're gonna do what we can do. So, oh yeah. All right, so I've seen it done like this before. All right. Oh yeah, it smells so good. I hope the smell does not disappoint. All right, and we're gonna turn it back over and we're gonna slice it this way. All right. Let's see how it tastes. Really sweet. This is how our cake is looking. It's maybe about 15 to 20 minutes in. It is baking really good. It'll be ready in we'll give it another 3 minutes. If you'd like the full recipe to any of the items that I bake here on my show, go ahead and order my cookbook, Hot Cakes with Honey. It is available on Amazon and on my website. The website is www.honieb.com. These recipes are sure to please your family with the ingredients that you already have in your cabinets and in your fridge. All right, you've been stung by bee. The cake has cooled for about 45 minutes and it's cooled to the touch and it's ready to be turned over. Before turning it over, if you see it, I'm going to use a utensil to go around just to make sure that my sides are loose and they're not stuck to my pan. We know that when you turn it over, we want everything to come out at one time. We don't want anything to stay in our pan, so we just want to make sure those sides are very loose. And if you can tell, the top is very brown, and we want it to be brown like that to ensure that it is cooked all the way through, and it definitely is. Here we go. Perfect, just like I thought it would be. See how that looks? That's how yours should look. It is so beautiful. This is another cake that you could bake during the holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving just because it is so beautiful. So now I'm going to slice my cake and I'm going to take a generous slice. See how it turned out. I like whipped cream with my pineapple upside down cake, so let's try it. All right, take a little bit of that. You can taste the pineapple. This dish can be eaten hot or cold. I prefer mine cold. Delicious.
Honie Bee in the kitchen, mixing love in the bowl, spicing up what you're dishing. Feel the warmth in your soul. Sugar sweet without trying, savory with a twist. Every dish so satisfying.